capital of the Republic of Austria and one of Europe's most visited cities, Vienna, Wien, owes much of its charm and rich history to its splendid location on the banks of the Danube River. For centuries the gateway between West and East Europe, it was the natural nucleus of the once sprawling Habsburg Empire, and to this day remains Austria's most important commercial and cultural hub. Vienna continues to attract visitors with its many great historical sightseeing opportunities, its fabled collections of art, glittering palaces, and exceptional musical heritage that's still carried on in concert halls and one of the world's great opera houses. With an unmistakably cosmopolitan atmosphere, Vienna retains a distinctive charm and flair, accentuated by its fine old architecture, its famous horse cabs, theatre, as well as its splendid coffee houses with their Viennese cakes and pastries. For more than 6 centuries the seat of the Habsburgs, and the official residence of every Austrian ruler since 1275, the Hofburg is perhaps the most historically significant of Vienna's palaces. The official seat of the Austrian president, this sprawling complex consists of numerous buildings reflecting various periods, including architectural flourishes from the Gothic, Renaissance, Baroque, and Rococo movements. All told, this vast complex covers 59 acres with 18 groups of buildings, including 19 courtyards and 2,600 rooms. Its main attractions are the Imperial Apartments, the Sisi Museum, and the Silver Collection, while other notable sites within the complex include the Imperial Chapel, Burgkapelle, and the Hofburg Treasury with its large collection of imperial regalia and relics of the Holy Roman Empire. Informative guided tours are available in English. You can stop at the Hofburg and the city's other important tourist attractions on the Vienna Big Bus Hop-on Hop-off tour. The spectacular 18th-century Schönbrunn Palace, Schloss Schönbrunn, is worth visiting not only for its magnificent architecture, but also for its beautiful park-like setting. One of Vienna's top tourist attractions, this beautiful Baroque palace contains more than 1,441 rooms and apartments, including those once used by Empress Maria Theresa. Tour highlights include a chance to see the imperial apartments, including Emperor Franz Joseph's walnut room and his bedroom, which still has the small soldier's bed in which he died. Of Empress Maria Theresa's rooms, highlights include her richly furnished and decorated garden apartments, along with her breakfast room with its floral artwork created by her daughters. Schönbrunn Park and Gardens is another must-see here, designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The park, with its sweeping vistas and sumptuous Baroque gardens, is one of several free things to do in Vienna, although you will have to pay to enter the maze and some of the adjoining buildings, such as the 1883 Palm House. If traveling with kids, visit the Children's Museum for a chance to see them dressed up as a prince or princess. Vienna's most important Gothic edifice and the cathedral church of the Archbishopric since 1722, St. Stephen's Cathedral, Stephansdom, sits in the historic center of Vienna. The original 12th-century Romanesque church was replaced by a late Romanesque one in the 13th century, the remains of which are the massive gate and the heathen towers, Heidenturm. Next came reconstruction in the Gothic style in the 14th century, along with the addition of the choir and the chapels of St. Eligius, St. Terna, and St. Catherine, while the famous 137-meter-high South Tower, STEFFL, belongs to the 15th century. Improvements and further construction followed from the 17th to 19th centuries, and the whole structure was rebuilt after World War II. Highlights include climbing the 343 steps to the STEFFL's watchroom for the spectacular views, and the North Tower, home to the massive Pommern Bell. A fast lift takes visitors to a viewing platform. Dating back to the time of Emperor Maximilian II, the superb Spanish riding school, Spanish Hofreitschule, was established after the ruler had the famous Lipizzaner horses introduced to his courtesans in 1562. Today, it's one of Vienna's leading attractions, and one of the leading riding schools in the world. thrilling audiences with fabulous displays of equestrian skills in the Baroque winter riding school in the grounds of the Hofburg Palace, where it has been located since 1735. Among Vienna's most popular attractions, Belvedere Palace is really two splendid Baroque buildings, the lower, Unters, Belvedere, and the upper, Obers, Belvedere. Highlights of the upper palace include the ground floor hall with its statues, and the ceremonial staircase with its rich stucco relief and frescoes. Also worth seeing is the Marble Hall, a stunning two-story hall with numerous period sculptures, paintings, and ceiling frescoes. The lower palace also boasts a marble hall, this one noted for its oval plaster medallions and rich ceiling fresco, as well as a marble gallery built to house a collection of historic statues. Other notable buildings include the Winter Palace, a Baroque building that once housed the court treasury, the Orangery, the palace stables, home to the medieval treasury, and the Belvedere gardens and fountains linking the two palaces. The Österreichische Galerie Belvedere is an art museum in the Belvedere Palace. Known for its extensive collections, including a rich array of sculptures and panel paintings from the 12th to the 16th centuries. But it is perhaps best known for Austrian symbolist artist Gustav Klimt's The Kiss, a masterpiece of early modern art. The origins of the Vienna Zoo, Tiergartenskambrunn, can be traced to Emperor Francis I's menagerie, founded in 1752 and the oldest continually operating zoo in the world. With many of its original Baroque buildings still intact, it's one of the most pleasant zoos in Europe to visit, particularly if you spend a little time seeking refreshment in the original 18th century Imperial Breakfast Pavilion that now houses a great cafe. A highlight of the zoo's more than 750 species are its giant pandas, including cubs, as well as the many fascinating creatures housed in the interactive rainforest house and aquarium. If you're traveling to Vienna with children, be sure to check the zoo's official website for details of feeding times, always a fun family experience. Also worth checking into is the availability of special themed and backstage guided tours. Visiting the Prater, a large natural park between the Danube and the Danube Canal, is a little like stepping into another world. Covering an area of 3,200 acres, this vast park, once a royal hunting ground, has long been one of Vienna's most popular recreation areas. There's something here for everyone, from thrills and spills in the Wurstel area, with its old-fashioned theme park rides, to dining and dancing, to the dinosaur theme park for the kids. A highlight for sightseers is taking a ride on the famous Giant Wheel, a Viennese landmark that has provided fine views over the city since 1896. If you can afford it, go for the super luxurious cabin, suitable for parties of up